Third quarter, the premiership quarter is underway. Well, the no contest, Grigg didn't get to it and Savanka stepped it down, but only as far there as Baxter received the handball, goes towards half forward for Thompson. Numbers with Karaya. Mostert tried to create a bit of a block there, but Forbes, handball to Timmy Gardner. Gardner around the corner, Panther attacked the footy, unfortunately missed Mostert. He's butted up, he's done well, dropping the ball. I think he's gone. Didn't even have it, I don't think, but the free kick has gone to Timmy Gardner. So first blood possibly in this third quarter to Thompson. They've got the opportunity. Timmy Gardner distance might be a worry perhaps, Laurie, from there.
Yeah, he's having a good day, Eric. So when you have a good day, things certainly happen for you. So he might strike.
A good day. Mickey Mostert's had a couple of free kicks played against him, been very, very tough.
Yeah, he's been a bit stiff.
So Gardner now moves in. Probably have to kick the ball 48 metres. He's given it all he's got. He's hooked it to the left, and it didn't quite make the distance, but it is punched through for a rush behind. So there's the first score of the quarter. It's gone to Thompson and brings them 1 point closer. 8-7-55, Corio 8-9-57, Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard. That took 1 minute.
Danny Ruck about to bring the ball back into play. That kick from Gardner swung back late. It just didn't quite get there. They got to handle it and knocked it through for a minor score. Ruck now kicks the ball out towards centre half back. The Barry O'Toole, who hasn't had a big first half, but he took that mark with a bit of authority and played on immediately, kicked it up towards the leader, Rick Lasrich, took the mark on centre wing, handed off to Barry O'Toole, who kept coming. Left foot kick from O'Toole towards centre half forward. A couple of Thompson players flew against one another there at ground level. They had the numbers. Bowman pushed the ball out of the pack. It got out there to Jed Potter. Round the body, left foot kick was awkward. Bowman's got it, got a hand pass across. Straight in front of goal, Nevada Cornwall from 40 metres out, goes for the goal mouth. He's missed. Oh, he's just hit the post on the right-hand side as it went through.
So that's a behind to Corio, so that's levelled up for the quarter. 8-10-58, 8-7-55 Thompson. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 2 minutes gone.
Good sign, Corio there. Barry O'Toole into the play straight away.
Yeah, straight away, and a couple of stats as well. 2 kicks, I think it was. Highland, there's Highland.
So Daniels, quick kick into Highland. He's taken the mark. Handballs back to Daniels, who's kept coming from the goal square. In as goes long, outside 50. Gee, 2-on-1. He's kicked it 2. Created, gave Baxter a pretty heavy task. But he's equal to it on this occasion. Took the ball toward the boundary and over. Gee, Baxter against the ruckman and tall winger. That was
he did well there. He did very well.
So the ball now out of bounds, just forward of centre wing for Corio, kicking to the southern end this third quarter. Grigg clearly won the tap down, only as far as Potter. Hooked it around the body for Corio towards half forward. I had a bit of trouble there. And punch forward again toward the boundary. Troy Maharis under pressure. Unfortunately, he's forced over the boundary line. So just forward of centre wing. 3 minutes gone, third quarter. Still 3 points to difference, Corio in front. And the ball about to be thrown in by the boundary umpire.
Yeah, ball about 60 metres, 65 metres out from Corio's goal. The boundary umpire just gets his breath and lets it rip. Grigg does the ruck work, flies over the top of Savanka, knocks it beautifully down to Highland, who reads it well. Hand pass across to Baxter. Billy Baxter off half back, goes to centre wing. He's looking for Mitchell. He was outpointed on that occasion by McNamara, but Matty McNamara couldn't hold the mark. Should have held that one. Dropped the ensuing chest mark and spilled off his comic cuts, which is short for guts, and over the boundary line it goes.
But why didn't you say it in the first place?
Well, I'd rather use a bit of a slang Australia.
Laurie Harriet playing half forward flank. Would you perhaps not be better served on ball?
Yeah, probably, Eric. He might be needing a spell. I don't know. That's.
Forbes won the knockdown and went to Troy Maharis, who got a hand pass away, didn't travel too far, still in the pack situation. Oh, going hard at the football. Barry O'Toole, cop one eye, play on the call. Hand pass comes back for Corio. It comes there to King, who shirks a tackle, does it beautifully. And Matthew King kicks it long, but a very poor kick. Straight to Joshua Coley, who marks it half back for Thompson. Spears a pass around the boundary line, and Baxter doesn't let him down, and he takes the mark and falls apex over base doing so.
So the two number 9s competing out there. A little pass from Baxter finds Grigg. Grigg now, long kick to half forward for Thompson. Leading wide out there is Tommy Harriet. Dropped the mark. Perhaps he should have taken also. But ball
Savanka, well done.
Pushed along the ground to Cornwall. Cornwall only back as far as Grigg, who was just sitting a kick behind the play, just backward of centre, and took the saving mark.
It's like play time at school. It's kick the kick here at the minute, Eric.
It is at the moment, Cookie. Huge kick from Grigg to half forward. Numbers again. Oh, the free kick is going to go to Nick Maharis. 1 against 3. A bad infringement there by the Corio boys, and Nick Maharis has the free kick, half forward flank. Decides to chip it inboard. has
Troy.
brother Troy there. So he's drifted up from half back, and now he's called a play on. Didn't hear the umpire, but he kicks it towards Timmy Gardner, coming through Bowman in the back half down there. Barry O'Toole, bit more conspicuous already in this half. Runs a fair way, shows the footy, and then gets a kick towards the half forward flank. Deneman, good spoil then on Ricky O'Toole, long way from the goals. Ricky O'Toole throws it out.
Good decision.
Head high tackle, said the umpire. Barry O'Toole runs
Line him
to
up,
50.
Barry.
He'll line him up, no doubt about that. It's going goalwards. Oh, Chad River dropped short, and Chad River took a mark 1 metre from the goal line. I think we might have some Corio supporters very close to our broadcast point here. As
Might be the Rivet family, perhaps.
It could be. Great mark, Chad Rivet. In front, the ball dropped and took the chest mark. Moves in and kicks the goal very comfortably. Chad Rivet's first for the day. And that's the 9th for the Corio side. 9-10-64. They lead Thompson 8-7-55. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes gone.
Well, I was critical of Chad Rivet last week, and on the radio this morning I said he has to move out of the goal square, he has to do things, and he's done that today. I know that was in the goal square, but he's played up the ground a bit today, and he's been a target, and he's competed. He's been a part of the team, and that's what he has to do. And that one, I think, and H was caught out there because Barry lined them up, and everyone thought it was going to go through, and it just dropped short, and H was going to wrestle, and it was too late because the ball dropped short.
I think Barry ran about 60 metres, and
he's out of part.
Was setting in.
But the important part for Corio is Barry O'Toole's had 3 or 4 possessions early stages of the third term. The Premiership caught up, they go, shocking throw up. Savanka won the knockdown. The umpire said, I'd like to have another go at that one, because he actually threw it just above Lee Savanka's head.
He's not having a great day.
But he's only about 6'1.5" an inch. Lee Savanka was a ruckman. Up they go this time. Greg goes up and wins the knockdown. Not to the ground. Went past Highland. He couldn't get it. Went past O'Toole. Chance to run on the football. Thompson. Tackle was pretty good. Back him up a half back there. Nice kick around the body. Was that McNamara?
Potter.
No, Potter it was down there in the back half. Having to run on the ball. Chicked it short. Found Williams in the centre of the ground, right in the centre of St Albans reserve, and 64 plays 55. So it is, what's that, 9 points the difference?
Not a lot of movement up forward for Corio.
As he went half forward, and O'Toole out in front of Bradley, takes the mark. He runs around Bradley on the mark, straightens up. He went a long one, looking for Rivet down there in the goal square again. Punched away down there, beautifully done. That was Ricky O'Toole, was up for the mark.
I think it was good work from Deneman then.
Coming across, it was Deneman. Nathan Deneman put the fist in, but took no chances, and it went through for a minor score.
9-11-65 Corio, 8-7-55 Thompson. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard. 8 minutes gone. The short kick in came from Daniels to Ercole, took the mark and played on. Unattended, middle of the ground, Greg takes the mark, turns and quickly kicks towards half forward. There's Nick Maharis being held from behind. Umpire said, no, that's okay. So battle's on. Now there's a free kick.
Now he's going to get a free kick.
I think that's the make-up, because
that's the square up.
The free kick should have been there a minute before. So Nick Maharis now looking for movement up forward. Decides to chip it short. Terrible kick it, but 2 players there. One of them's Todd McLeod. The other was Marcus Forbes. McLeod takes the mark. He's still got Forbes on his own. Decides to kick it short. The lead has come from Riley and has taken the mark unattended. Yes, poor checking at the moment. Corio seem to be all back in the last line of defence, and now Tommy Harriott has taken the mark, also unattended.
I think he kicked one from there before, didn't he, Harry?
Well, he's
Forbes, I think.
Oh, Forbes, you're right too.
Yes,
but, David.
They've had 5 kicks and they've gained about 8 metres, I reckon. So I don't know whether that's too positive. But they're right on the boundary line.
But the man at the mark's 40 out, and as Cookie said, the kicker, who will be Harriott, is coming in from the boundary. Take a very good kick from there. Tell you what, he's kicked it well. He's kicked it very, very well, but it's going to be touched right on the line.
Great effort.
A behind to Thompson, and that's their 8. 8 goals, 8-56. They trail Corio 9-11-65.
Orange C14's won the raffle. Is that your ticket, Laurie?
Raiders Bingo.
No, I think I had C15, mate.
9 minutes gone.
Ball back into play as we give the raffle result there. Mark Corio, a little kick out towards half back at ground level. The umpire's made a free kick here.
Kept away from the mark. Baxter.
O'Connor, I think it is. Baxter. He got that hair like O'Connor too. He has too. Baxter round the boundary line. He went very close to the boundary line.
He again was unattended. You know, it was a good lead.
It's Nick Maharis. He's marked just inside the 50, right on the fence.
Yeah, take a good kick from there.
Would take a beauty, wouldn't it?
And he's not 100%, obviously. I can tell him in his body language. He's not fit.
He's not sure what to do with it. He knows he can't make the distance. He squares the ball off sideways. It's okay. Big Russell Grigg, you can thump it, but he's about 20 metres further up and goal. He goes back towards where Mahiris was, so he takes the mark. That's Mahiris. Plays on now. Gains a few metres, straightens up, goes long for goal. At the back of the pack, trying to take a mark there, Marcus Forbes. It was offline, and it went off Forbes' hands through for a minor score. Kicked by
Nick Maharis.
Nick Maharis.
8-9-57, 9-11-65. That's Corio. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard. 10.5 minutes gone.
King put it back into play. It was a long kick out, and as Laurie went, oof, it was stumped back towards half forward. Beautifully taken away there by Corio. They worked the ball well out to Bowman on the centre wing. He shows the foot, he stops, props, and then goes on the right foot down, looking for his teammate in Charles. He couldn't take the mark. Picked up there by Daniels. Daniels' kick is okay. Out wide towards the centre wing. It didn't sit for McLeod. He's got a bit of support though. McLeod does the shepherding. Allows his big teammate in Leslie to come through, get a little left foot kick around the body, and he finds Troy Mahiris just fall to the centre of the ground.
Thompson just controlling the football at the moment. Mahiris chips it short. Grigg takes the mark, kicks long inside 50. Gee, it's not such a good direction. It's going toward the pocket. Highland grab with the footy. Oh, the way they've been given free kicks, it could have almost been holding the ball.
I think it had been a lesser light, he would have been pinged, but it was one of the very good players in Highland, and he got the benefit of that.
I think he also said to Russell Grigg, what a bad kick. So the ball up there, comes to ground. Good contest, comes away. Johnny Cousins for Corio. He's got Gary Rickett at centre half back on his own. Chips the ball.
He's a good kick, Cousins, isn't he?
Yeah, very good. Ball now, chip to Amon Charles. Numbers with Thompson here. He's got two to boot. Numbers went out. Troy Maharis. Handball to Daniels. Daniels on the left foot to Forbes. Forbes takes the mark. His opponent's 25 metres away. Forbes now just chips the ball. The kick wasn't as good as it could have been. Now he's got to recover the situation. Forbes gets some assistance there from Riley. Riley now inside 50, goes goalwards. Good looking kick, but it's to the left of the tall timber. So they just can't buy one at the moment. Thompson, they're having a lot of the play. They just can't get a goal. 8 goals, 10-58. They trail Corio 9-11-65. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
7 points to difference. Thompson doing all the attacking as Matty King gets ready to bring the ball back into play. Poor kick before by Gary Rickett. He had Charles on his own. He missed him by a long way. Charles then had to concede height, weight and everything else.
And numbers.
And he actually didn't do a bad job, but unfortunately got away from him. And the shot on goal from Riley missed. So he's got.
I can't understand. Sorry, Cookie. Thompson's style of play. They're trying to just chip it around. I mean, I'd be getting in there a lot quicker, but I think Eric called it there. Thompson filling up the forward line.
King kicked the ball to himself, then kicked it out over half-back. Thompson gained possession. A clever tap on goes in the direction there of Highland. He couldn't pick it up. O'Toole might have been back there, got the kick around the body. Van Gary Rickett, let's see if this is better. His hand pass is better. Out wide to the running loose of Anchor. The big fella runs down the grandstand side of the centre wing and he punt kicks it towards half forward. Out comes Ribbit, thumped away by Aitchison, who got a fist across him from behind. Went close to the fence, kept in play by Dan O'Connor though of Thompson. Kicks the ball back towards, a high fly from behind Lazarick. The whistle had blown already.
Dan Ground.
And is it a free kick down the ground?
After he kicked it.
Leslie won it.
Yep, Leslie. Knocked over by Chad Rivet.
And O'Coley got the free kick, the resultant one that went down the ground. He got it across to Troy Mahiris. Martin the centre unattended. Left foot kick by Mahiris up towards half forward. Oh, Tommy Harriott takes the mark and gets rid of his opponent. Nothing in it much. Harriott will go short. He finds Highland at centre half forward. Gardner was it? He wants to go across the ground to Bradley, who's run up from the back line. Good running from Aaron Bradley. He's marked him. He's against the fence over there on the half forward flank. Be a very good kick from there, Eric.
If it hadn't have been the player coming towards him, so the ball now with Aaron Bradley inside 50 will take a marvellous kick. They're going to go off from there. It's a very nice kick across the face. In fact, hasn't scored. Still in play. Ball being chased there by Nick Maharis. Tries to paddle it through the legs. Now comes back and try and pick it up. Umpire, blow the whistle, please. No, he hasn't blown the whistle. Now he has. But 6 players on top of it. You reckon he might blow it?
Yeah, good work, Mickey Moss. He's been pinged a couple of times for holding the ball when he probably shouldn't have been, but he still had the courage to dive in on top of that and try and hold the play up for his side. Corio in that back pocket. Up goes Savanka from the ruck knockout. Got it down. That Williams sharked it beautifully. His hand pass across is okay. Who's this? Cornwall coming down the ground. Has a bounce or two. Kicks the ball close to the boundary line. Didn't have much on, so it's a pretty good kick in the finish. Bounced inside the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in right on the centre wing on the grandstand side.
One of our correspondents midway through the third quarter, Torquay 14 goals 7, Geelong Amateurs 7 goals 4.
Ooh. The Tigers are roaring down there on their home ground too. Army will have something to say about that.
You'd think so.
Boundary umpire puts it back into play on the centre wing. We're at St Albans, and up goes the big fella Greg, not the ball to the ground, got the hand pass back, straightens up on the right foot, runs through centre half forward, kicks long to the point of the square. Who wants to take a mark? No one. Matthew King left it. Now he went back and he smashed it towards the boundary line. Here comes McNamara. That's Matthew. He goes round the fence with his right foot kick, looking for a ruck, but he's out positioned on this occasion by Harriet, who's having an absolute field day out there, and Tommy Harriet takes the mark.
Harriet now back into the corridor, lovely position kick. The mark needs to be taken by Riley, and it is. 30 metres out directly in front. Terrific positional kick there from Harriet. And I'll tell you what, Loz, the coach is leading from the front today.
Yes, he certainly has 17 kicks and 2 handballs, so that's a pretty good afternoon's...
for 2.5 quarters.
For 2.5 quarters. And
but this is the important kick, Laurie. Riley, 30 metres out directly in front.
Goal kicker.
Needs to consolidate here. 15.5 minutes gone. Good looking kick off the boot there of Noel Riley. Goal umpire has not moved, and that's an important goal for Thompson. They've had a lot of the play in this third quarter, and that's the first goal they've kicked. 9 goals, 10, 64. They try 9-11, 65. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. We've ticked past 16 minutes.
Yeah, well, I wasn't privy to be in the room at half time, but I'm pretty sure the message in half time from Tom Harriet was, let's use the ball up as much as we possibly can. If we were playing with it around the half forward flank, it's not down in Ricky O'Toole's forward zone, and I think that's definitely the type of footy they're playing. They're switching, they're going short.
Ricky back in midfield, so they're a bit concerned, Loz.
Yeah, they certainly are, and Russell Griggs playing a pretty good game.
So back into the centre, it's a point the difference. Rivets in the ruck now, beaten for it by Greg. He got the ball down to the ground. Get out of the pack.
He's playing all right too.
And the free kick being given to Troy. No, it's going to Highland. Something off the footy there. Spuddy Highland right in the centre. Thompson trailing by a point now. Highland goes out wide. Is it just too wide? It was a little bit for his teammate, and O'Connor went after it. The 2 number 1s do battle. Bowman slips it away from him, and the ball goes out of bounds. Half forward flank, Thompson into attack.
The kick need to be spot on with Bowman bearing down on his opponent.
He can make a yard or two, Bowman.
Yes, he's very quick. So the ball out of bounds in front of the Social Club here. 17 minutes gone, third quarter. Another poor throw in. Williams, he's tackled, drops the footy, play on to the umpire. Gardner paddle it back through his legs. Ball picked up again by Williams. Again loses the ball. Highland gets the ball. Gee, it's pretty well. Riley kicked it the soccer style in mid-air, but Matthew McNamara, last line of defence, handball to Mostert, sold him into a bit of trouble there. Handball to King. Are they going to have to go? Well, I don't know where they're going. McNamara got the handball back. Now goes towards half forward. A magnificent pass straight into the arms of Noel Riley. So, Laurie, the pressure's really turned in this quarter. The pressure's on the Corio defence, and Thompson really causing some mistakes.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Their intensity around the ball's lifted, Thompson. They have 2 or 3 blokes having a go as before. I think I called them as the spectators. They're watching around the packs. Now they're having a dip.
So 30 metres out again, Noel Riley directly in front. Just kicked a goal a few moments ago from this self-same spot. Moves in. I tell you what, he's hooked that one though and missed by a fair margin. So that's a bad miss from Noel Riley. 1 goal, 2 off his boot, and that has tied the game up. 9 goals, 11, 65 apiece. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 18.5 minutes gone.
Another goal each. They'll be level, Eric.
Now there's a whistle on play. What's happened here?
Umpire's running.
Eddie King was about to kick it in.
No, I tell you what, the runner was inside the 50-metre arc.
Okay, so it comes out where, to centre half back?
Yeah, it comes out to the centre square.
The centre square, in fact.
Yep, that's a pretty big penalty, isn't it?
Where was the...
It's a fair kick.
The runner was inside defensive 50 before the kick out.
Okay, you picked that up beautifully, Eric. Now,
well, I saw the umpire pointing. That's the only reason I picked it up.
Ricky's got it. Ricky O'Toole takes the free kick from centre half back. And he kicks it. Beautiful mark from behind. Leslie judged it better than anyone else. He's the smallest player in that competition, but he judged it beautifully. Kicked it out wide. He got Baxter out there taking a mark. He's short of the centre wing. Baxter chips it. They've done this all quarter to Gardner, who marks. He hand passes off to Greg, who was standing still. He gets tackled, beautifully put down. Lost the footy. Was spilt, luckily, out on that occasion to... arms to do the little fella Gardner. He got it to Baxter. Gardner to Baxter. Up around the flank he goes. Cousins chops it off. Gets a hand pass out wide. In possession. No, couldn't quite get hold of it. Over the back of the pack. Comes back to Cousins. He has to get a kick in a hurry. He does. He fell to the ground. He got it to a teammate at centre half back.
Jed Potter.
Jed Potter. He's up and down the ground a bit today, Potter. He kicks it out wide. He gone towards the centre wing. Cornwall's half a chance. The pace of Charles was too good, but he lost his footing when Apex over base. but he bounced up and he chopped the ball with him, and he punt kicked towards Bolshevik in front of the pack. He couldn't mark from behind. Mark claimed there by Aitchison, not paid by the umpire. They dive in on top of him, and we'll have a ball up the decision. The umpire got that one right. I think Aitchison had second bite.
I think he did.
He was about third in line, so he would have been pretty lucky to get a mark there. The ball's at 55 metres from the Corio goal. 20 minutes gone. Third quarter, umpire puts the ball up. H does the ruck work. Savanka beats him. Comes down to Gardner, however. Kicks it towards half forward. Gardner in front. Harriet can't take the mark. He's got Danny Ruck back on him there. Oh, good work, Highland. Gee, he's run a long way to get to assist there. And he's held without the football. Delivered it. Now it's a 50-metre penalty. And I don't know who the free kick is going to. Whether Tommy
it should be Tom. It should be Highland, but it's. I think Tom will be happy to kick it.
Well, the thing was, Harriet might have been the bloke that got the head-high tackle.
Well, it was a free kick to Highland because it was a good.
Held without
it was
the
a hold.
He handballed the ball away, and umpire said he was held too long. Gee, it's a decent 50 as well. Tommy Harriet's got the footy. He's not going to give it up.
Well, he has to kick this because this really hurts from a penalty. It's going to put them in front, and you know, you can get some mileage out of this if you you watch the enthusiasm. Watch the.
Yeah, we didn't see any before, Laurie.
Watch the body language after this, guys.
So 21 minutes gone, third quarter. Tom Harriet, 30 metres out now. Not a great angle to speak of. Moves in.
He's missed it.
Sprayed it across to the right. It stayed right. So 1 goal 2 to his boot. I tell you what, they're missing some chance. They have kicked 1 goal 6 in this quarter. 9 goals 12, 66 Thompson. They lead by a point. 9-11, 65 Corio. Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard, 21.5 minutes gone.
1 goal 6 to 1 goal 2 for the quarter as Johnny Cousins brings it back into play. Went, but Cornwall has to use all his experience and goal to take a good mark. Probably got a free kick then, wouldn't matter. It was going to be a mark anyway as Harriet came over the top. He plays on with the hand. A little short kick it was, and he got it to Danny Ruck, who marks hard against the boundary line, still at half back. Danny Ruck centres the play a bit more towards the guts now, up in front. Man. Is that a mark taken by Grigg? Or a free kick?
Why would you go to Russell Grigg?
Yeah, he's the biggest man on the ground. He kicked it straight to him, so he takes that result, and I think it was a mark. Grigg goes back into the forward line. Over the top goes Harriet, knocks the ball to the ground to come back. A hand pass, winds up with Troy Mahiris. He's a lovely left foot kick. He kicks to the point of the square. Long kick from Mahiris. Mark almost taken by Gage. That's a mark for mine. Gage
fell into his arms at the back of the pack.
And then he grabbed it the second time. He got that much of a shock when it hit him. He dropped it, and then he got it back again. And then he went, oh, that might be a mark. And he held it up. Well, the umpire agreed.
I reckon 2 Corio players went up and down before acceptances and fell in the arms there of Gage.
Yeah.
You got a lazy 5 in your pocket?
Oh, about this kick.
Daniel Gage, he's handed it off. He done the right thing. Give it a Panther. Panther goes on the right foot. Right to the goal line goes Panther. And is that a mark taken?
No. I think it hit the ground.
I didn't think it was either. The umpire's coming in.
A Corio player had it, dropped it, and the Thompson player, who I can't pick up from here, picked the ball up at ground level.
Spuddy Highland it was.
Marcus Forbes is in there as well. So what will they do? Corio happy to concede a behind. So another rush behind to Thompson. 9-13, 67.
Been all Thompson this quarter.
Well, the back line's bound at siege.
Lead by 2 points. 9-11, 65. Corio. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. We've ticked past 23 minutes.
Cousins, short kick this time favours the other side of the ground. Finds Ricky O2 on the back pocket, just 15 metres around from the goal he's defending. Ricky now elects to go a bit longer, and he does so. He goes out over the defensive 50. Steve Rickett up before acceptances. Come down to Baxter. He couldn't mark. Little toe poke out of the pack. Chopped off there at half back by Rickett, I think it was. He kicked the ball across, and big Chad Ribbett takes the mark. Just defensive side of the centre.
That's a spot for it.
He's got running from McNamara. The kick's a shocker. McNamara's got time to spin around and run back the other way and take the mark. So that's good, well played by Matty McNamara. Not a good kick from Chad Ribbett. McNamara now towards half forward. High flyers wanted. Walton's not on the ground, of course. Barry O'Toole up in front. Knocked away by Bradley. And it goes over the boundary line 65 metres out from Corio's goal.
Laurie, Corio missing Walton in our forward.
They certainly are, Eric, and that was the good defensive play there then. Get the fist the ball, get out of bounds.
Bradley got it to the boundary, does the ruck work as well. Hit it back. Picked up there at the back of the pack by Daniels. Oh, terrible kick, Daniels. I think he's going to find the safety of the boundary. Maybe a good kick at the end of the day because he had nothing to kick to up forward and found the safety of the boundary. So I think there's a few worried looks on the faces of a few Corio players out there. They're not playing well at the moment. They're 2 points down.
Lazarick is now shadowing Harriet.
So the ball now in front of the social club, thrown in. Ribbett doing the ruck work, taps it down to Cornwall. Cornwall over the top to Ricky O'Toole. He shrugs a tackle, has one bounce, has a second bounce, runs towards 50. Good looking kick. The lead has come from Savanka, but at the top of the football, Amon Charles, oh, he needed to pick it up and he couldn't. And Andrew Aitchison, well, that's the best deliberate out of bounds I've ever seen, not ping, because
very professional.
He made it look very, very ugly, Andrew Aitchison, and I guess that's experience.
Yeah, well, he just couldn't get a handle on it, couldn't. When you want it, it doesn't happen.
So the ball's 25 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for Corio. 25 minutes gone in the quarter as the ball now comes in once again. From the back, Aitchison, but Savanka beat him in front. Oh, Bradley, toe poke toward the boundary. Charles leads in the race for the footy, overruns it. Ashley McNamara back on the ground. Bradley handballs for the safety of the boundary. Has he found it? Barry O'Toole gets it. Oh, immediately tackled high, said the umpire. And free kick, Barry O'Toole. He's just outside 50, kicks it back in the corridor. That's where it needs to go. Thompson with numbers there.
Oh,
from behind. No, he's paid.
It was Aichi, man in front.
Aitchison in front. Gary Rickett thought he had the mark from behind, but good umpiring. 26 minutes gone. 2 points the difference, Thompson's favour.
Aitchison marked. Rickett should have punched.
Oh, what a kick's that.
It went short of his target there. Mitchell, who's kicked it back the wrong way. In fact, it's into the forward pocket for Corio again. Gary Rickett lays a tackle here. We'll have a ball up as Lou Savanka is waiting for that football to come out as Big Russell. No, it's Aitchison was last up from the bottom of that pack, and
well, he needed to be after that kick.
Yeah, it was a fair dinkum shocker. Now the ball not far out from the goal mouth. Let's see what they can do here, Corio. They need a goal before 3/4 time. A lot of players around the footy at this stage. Stacks on the mill. The ball comes out, and Big Russell Grigg gets a little kick out of that pack position. Went towards Bowman's. Had a bit of a quiet day. Is he right? Who knows? The ball picked up by Jed Potter. Walks around, goes to the left foot, had a shot at goal. He's missed the whole darn shooting match. It's out of bounds on the full there in the left forward pocket with Corio.
He crashed through a few tackles there though, Laurie. There was,
he did well, didn't get
he just couldn't get balanced, Eric. He wanted his right foot on the ground so they get the left foot to it nice. He just couldn't get balanced.
So Daniels now kicks it around the boundary. Mark taken by Urcoli. Oh, what's he going to do? Surely he's not going to go across the ground. Urcoli now kicks it. He's kicked Grigg into a bit of bother there, but equal to the task. And Daniels comes in and saves the day. Kick toward the middle of the ground, but Ricky O'Toole in the way takes the chest mark in the middle. So Corio now to go back into attack. 27 minutes have gone by. 2 points of difference. He just chips it short. Rivet called it there. Takes the mark. Allowed to play on. Kicks it long to full forward. Well to the pocket. In front Aitchison again. Mark not paid. Savanka from behind. Numbers with Thompson as it picked up by Leslie. Kicked around the body. There's Baxter. He's done well since he came on. Handball long to Timmy Gardner. He's away running. Long handball again. It's out to Riley. Thompson are clear. Riley now. Your foot past. Marcus Forbes is 20 metres away from Matty King and takes the mark. Running on strongly is Riley. That's terrific running. Decides to have a go. Runs in. Kicks to the goal square. Oh, from behind. Mark not taken there. Was it Christian Highland going for the big mark?
Yep.
But it is another behind to the Thompson side off the boot of Noel Riley and takes them to 9 goals, 14-68. They lead Corio 9-11-65. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard past 28 minutes.
It's been Thompson's quarter, Laurie, but they haven't put it on the board.
No, that's right, David. They certainly haven't. They could have probably blown it out a little bit.
It's probably the non-scoring end though, Loz, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they wouldn't be happy kicking points, but I think they'd be happy with their probably situation of the game because they've pegged it back, haven't they?
Cousins taken plenty of time to kick the ball back in. Didn't have too many options, so next to go long and wide. No one able to take a mark. King at ground level does well for Corio. Got a hand pass back when tackled. Go give it away to Ricky O'Toole. Couldn't give it to a better bloke. His kick's a beauty. Finds Andrew Williams in the centre. Has a bounce. Only went one pace, had a bounce. Then made the big bloke of Forbes come at him and he made him miss. Then he kicked it out wide. Cornwall cleverly tapped the ball back behind him. Won the footy well, did Nevada Cornwall. Got it down. Got a teammate in trouble there. Little Collins. Little right foot kick around the body. Wasn't too good at all. Sets up Leslie at half back. If he can chop it off, and he can. He needs a clean possession. He's beautifully shepherded there by Denneman. So Leslie goes towards the defensive side of centre wing. Mark taken by Troy Mahiris. He goes down to the forward line looking for Forbes. Up goes Forbes. Brought the ball to the ground for the siren. Sounds it's half time.
It's
3/4 time. Was a good third quarter. Sorry, I missed it. And at 3/4 time, Corio 9-11-65. Thompson 9-14-68. 3-point margin. The third quarter Raiders Bingo scoreboard. Attacking quarter by Thompson, but not enough goals on the board.
So goal kickers for the game to date for Corio. 3 to Eamon Charles, 2 to Jed Potter, 1 each to Michael Bowman, Ricky O'Toole, Robbie Walton and Chad Ribbett. And for Thompson, 2 each to Russell Grigg and Timmy Gardner, and 1 each to Tom Harriott, Marcus Forbes, Ross Panther, Noel Riley, Daniel Gage. That is 3/4 time. 3 points the difference, Thompson in front. We'll be back shortly for Laurie's interpretations of the third quarter, a very interesting one at that, and what he thinks will happen in the final quarter in the second semi-final here at St Albans Reserve. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.